I am Nick Shell, and we should talk about fitness and nutrition. We should talk about me and my journey, and you in your journey. So here's what we're looking at. 6 months from now, I will turn 40. The slight majority of my 30s, I have spent as a very strict vegan. So around the age of 35, I started gaining fat. And when that happened, I tried to figure out how to lose that fat. Now granted, I didn't quite get it right. I started reducing calories, but not enough. And perhaps that would have helped because I was already exercising. Well, I decided ultimately to go back to eating animal products. Well, while I was increasing my protein, obviously, what I wasn't doing was restricting my calories. And then 3 months ago, a little over 3 months ago, I went back to being a vegan and in an attempt to lose this body fat, but I still wasn't really counting those calories. But once I started to, I realized, and this was over a month ago now as far as the timeline. So for the past month, I have not been vegan. And I've lost 10 pounds. And I feel been building muscle as I've been doing that because I'm going to the gym 6 days a week for an hour. And I'm doing a 2-mile walk as well. I stopped running and I started walking instead, just doing a little bit of a jog in between the walks. But I've lost 10 pounds by stopping being a vegan, returning to eating animal products again, but counting my calories. And actually it was one of you that helped really remind me of how important the caloric deficit is. So for me, it's a matter of staying under 2,000 calories a day. What I've struggled with, because I've kept up with it in a journal here, I've kept up with how many calories am I consuming an entire day, including any oil that I cook food in, including salad dressing, etc. And last week, I journaled every day, every meal, every snack, everything. And most days I came pretty close to around 1,900 calories a day. And I was able to hit pretty close to 165 grams of protein a day, which the concept was to match every pound of my body weight with 1 gram of protein per day. So I did a pretty good job of that last week. I really did. So about 1,900 calories and about 165 grams of protein. And with protein, I mean complex protein. So that was last week. This week I'm evolving a little bit and I'm starting to realize, well, right now the thing I care most about is increasing my muscle mass and decreasing my fat content. So I feel what's more important right now is to keep that deficit, the main emphasis, more so than the protein. So right now, what I'm finding is best for me right now is, in the way it looks even as I'm journaling this today, it looks like I'll hit about 1,900 calories for the day. And I'm gonna be between 100 and 130 grams of protein for the day. Not 165, not matching my body weight as far as grams of protein per pounds of body weight, 165. But coming pretty close because that's sort of is my margin of error if I was going to remain under the calories and still get a balance. See, last week I was doing great on protein, but I wasn't doing very good on fats, on healthy fats. I wasn't doing good on grains. So now I feel like this is the best way that I've been able to do it, because even looking at my progress today alone, I was able to have my oatmeal again, a half a cup of unsweetened oats. And some unsweetened chocolate on there. That cocoa can be good for you. 2 dates, I have a banana, walnuts. The walnuts, 210 calories. But in theory, those calories don't quite equate the same. Not all calories actually are created equal, and some you can kind of get away with, and walnuts are good for men specifically. So I was able to add my oatmeal back into the equation, but I'm just not going to have much over 100 grams of protein when I finish today. So that's where I'm at. And I'm hoping this will do it. I'm hoping that eventually when I lose the excess body fat that I'm wanting to, which for me is a solid at least 10 more pounds of fat that I'm trying to lose. But I feel that once I do that, then I can get back to the point of focusing on getting above 100 grams of protein. Because right now it's like 100 to 130. Ideally, I'd like to be doing 130 to 165 again, up in that range. But right now it's pretty difficult for me to do and still stay under 2,000 calories a day and still get in enough fiber ultimately. I am open to what you have to say. I am here to learn how to become a better fit and healthier guy as I am getting closer to 40. I'm learning from you. I don't have all the answers. How else will I know unless you enlighten me right here?